up, gang? Welcome to Unfiltered and Booked with Tish. Y'all, I'm so excited for this journey with y'all. If you know me already, I appreciate you for sticking with me and for always being on my side, always been supportive of me, always having my back simply in everything that I do. If you are new here or you are just joining, welcome to Unfiltered and Booked with Tish. If you don't know me, I'm funny, I'm spontaneous, I'm outgoing, unfiltered, because who needs a filter in their life and for what?
Welcome to Unfiltered and Books with Tish. Y'all, happy motherfucking New Year's, y'all. We have entered a new year. We have entered a new time to be different, a new time to start new journeys, to go on new healing journeys, to go on new journeys of being you and just simply amazing, y'all. So, again, y'all, welcome to Unfiltered and Books with Tish. This is the first start of my podcast and this is the very first episode of my podcast. I want to start thanking everyone for joining in. If you are new here, welcome to the gang. If you are not new here and you know me already and you've been supporting me, thank you. Appreciate you, gang, for always following me, y'all. So today, with Unfiltered and Books, y'all, this is just going to be kind of an introduction to me, to who I am. Letitia, that's my name, in case anyone needs to know and you don't know. My real name is Letitia. I go short Tish, Tshe. That's how you spell it. Um, I own Style by Tish, which is my braiding and lock business that I have. I have had my locking business, my hair and lock business for about 5 years now. I started that journey because we're going to go on a little story time, right? So this is the introduction to me, right? This is the introduction to Unfiltered and Books with Tish. So I feel like we should have a story time. So we're going to go into a little story time here on how I got started doing hair and what has made me want to continue that journey. So let's talk about it. Okay. I got a little handy dandy notebook, y'all, because I had to have my little talking points and, stuff like that. Um, so how I got into hair. We're gonna start with the story time. So how I got into hair. You know what's funny about this? I feel like what really got me into doing hair was seeing the people around me as a child. Was seeing the people around me as a child do hair. So everyone around me basically like did some type of hair in some way, whether it was braids, locks, just styling, curling, washing. So I had a stepmother, and my stepmother used to take us to this lady named Cookie's house. She was an older black woman, and she did hair out of her house. Now, the only thing about Cookie was Miss Cookie was a bigger woman. Um, and shout out to Miss Cookie because I don't know what happened to her or where she at, but Miss Cookie knew how to do some hair, baby. That's one thing about Miss Cookie. She knew how to do some hair. But my stepmom would take us to this lady named Miss Cookie to get our hair done quite often. Um, and I remember a specific time where she had taken us and Miss Cookie was putting a relaxer on my hair, y'all. Now, I was young at this time. I didn't quite know about hair and relaxers, what you shouldn't do, what you should do. I didn't quite know any of that. And so I was a little lost and confused on how I'm supposed to deal with this while it's in my hair. Now, if you know, as a black woman, and you have ever had a perm, a relaxer, any of that, Um, you know that if you have scratched your hair prior to that, then it's going to burn in your scalp. Now, however, nobody told me this, okay? Nobody told me this information going into this lady's chair. She had never permed our hair prior. She had only just styled it and stuff like that. So I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. However, she started to relax our hair. And in the process, I grabbed a comb. Now, me being the young minded girl that I am, I didn't know any better. I grabbed a comb and I started combing my perm through my hair, y'all. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why I did that. Don't ask me why I did that. Okay. Don't ask me why I did that. Because, child, to this day, I still don't know why I decided to comb my perm through my hair. But I did. Um, Nothing really bad happened. I do feel like it damaged my hair in the long run after so many times of doing it. But y'all, that's what made me want to get into hair was doing that and watching Miss Cookie go into things and do things that I was just like not familiar with as a young little black girl. Um, I didn't know how to take care of my hair and how to perm it, relax it, wash it, any of them. So we're setting the mood. So for 2026, we're setting the mood. Okay. For 2026, we're setting the tone. We're setting how things flow in our lives. We're setting what we accept, what we will accept, what we won't accept. And that goes for your business, for your pleasure, for your life, for your friends, for your family, for whatever and whoever is around you. We're setting the tone, okay? We're setting the tone. We're bringing in those positive vibes and those positive energies, and we're taking it in, okay? Because that's what Unfiltered in Books is about, being unfiltered, loving how you express yourself, what you do to express yourself, knowing that you will be booked because you gave that soft girl error, okay? I want to be a soft girl. Y'all hear me? I want to be a soft girl in 2026. Are we as women tired of being hardcore women all the time? Am I the only woman who is tired of being tired? Huh? Am I? Am I the only woman who is tired of being tired, honey? Do you wake up every day and say, you know what? This is the last day that I'm going to allow this type of energy in my life, right? That's what we doing. We waking up and snapping out of things in 2026. Because why? We're unfiltered in books, baby. Unfiltered in books. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Okay, y'all. So let's get into this next subject, y'all. This next subject is gonna be what we're doing with our business in 2026. Okay? How are we moving forward with our businesses? How are we making things pop and come to life in our businesses, in our life? How are we getting unfiltered in books in 2026? That's what we're here to talk about. That's why we're here, right? Okay. Only you can determine your life, period. me. Oh my god. Oh, so next, what I'm going to talk about is what being booked has taught me. Now, if you are a black woman in the black business of hair, nails, whatever you may do in your business, I want to talk about the things that are not talked about being a black business owner, braider, hair locticianist, nail tech, anything. So I think for that, I'm gonna go ahead and light my. We gonna set the tone, y'all. I've already cleansed my area today before I started this podcast. If you don't know about cleansing your area before you start anything, make sure that you look into that and make sure that you are doing that. Clean your space before you enter any energy, okay, y'all? That's also what being unfiltered and booked is going to be about is cleaning up our space and making time and room for clean space to enter our lives. You know, we hold on to so much negative space and things that do not serve us, y'all. Do not serve us. Do you hear me? We hold on to things that do not serve us so much. We have got to stop doing that, y'all, as black women, okay? So I'm gonna light my trees and we gonna talk about it. Now, as a black woman, there's so many things, but you just feel like people are gonna get offended. Have you ever said something and immediately was like, people are going to get offended, right? In our business, we we set tones, right? In our businesses, okay? So what I want to talk about, because it's not necessarily talked about all the time, I want to talk about rude clients or people that don't understand or grasp your your rules or your booking rules or how you do things, but don't understand that just like how you are a service provider, there are other service providers who maybe fit their needs better than you do. Can we talk about it? Let's talk about it. Because, I see so many times that people are saying the way that you do things in your business is not going to get you clients. Have y'all ever heard that? Have y'all ever heard that the way that you do things in your business won't get you clients? Because I have. I have heard that my booking, me paying or having a deposit and having people pay a deposit won't get me bookings. Listen, however you feel the need to run your business is how you run your business. You don't let nobody determine how you run your business and what you're going to do in your business, okay? Because it's yours. The right people will always come to you. You don't ever have to worry about people or lowering your standards or lowering your tone for other people because I promise you, baby, the people that are meant to be in your chair will be in your chair. And I don't know who needed to hear that, but I feel like somebody needed to hear that. The people who are meant to be in your chair will be in your chair. Remember that. So that's always kind of like how I set the tone for myself. I don't let people discourage me or tell me how my life is going to be or what I should do. I don't let people do that to me at all. I always run things and do things how I feel like I should, and I'm going to always continue to do that. So As a Black woman, please do that with your business. Don't let nobody discourage you or tell you how you should run your things. And in the beginning of everybody's business, there's ups and downs. You learn from everything. Always be willing to learn. Also, always be willing to learn. I don't think that we talk about that enough. Always be willing to learn. Okay, because if you're not willing to learn, you're not gonna make it nowhere anyways, right? Because we unfiltered and booked here, right? That's what we're doing. So let's stay unfiltered and booked. Okay. 2026, we're entering with new vibes, new energy, new money, new jobs, new everything, Lord. We blessed in 2026. We're moving up in 2026. We're not looking back. We're not looking down. We're not letting nobody discourage us. We're not letting nobody get in our way. We're stepping on shit in 2026, y'all. I just want y'all to know that I am so excited for y'all to be joining into this podcast with me. Unfiltered in Books, y'all. It's going to be all about me, Letitia Roby, y'all. I'm going to give y'all an inside scoop of me, who I am, where I came from, what I do, how I did it to get there, what I'm doing to progress in my life and move forward in my life, how I run my business, when I started my business, why I started my business, where I'm going with my business. This is what this is about. Unfiltered and Books with Tish, y'all. I'm so excited. Y'all have no idea, y'all. I just turned 37. So I want to first say that and get that out the way. Welcome to 37. Yo, I made it to 37. My birthday is December 28th, 88. I hope y'all know that. If you don't know that, you do now. So that means next year, I better have a gift in the mail. Do you hear me? Okay. But y'all, so this Unfiltered in Book, I started simply for me. I started this so that I can be more open in what I do. I have been told by several people over the years that I should start a podcast, or I'm so funny that I should do this and I should do that. So I decided, you know what? Why not do it now? It's about to be 2026. Let's go into the new year with good vibes and good energy and good new everything. So this is new for me. I hope that y'all are ready. I hope that y'all enjoy it. I hope that y'all stay tuned. If you are not subscribed to me, make sure that you literally link the I'm gonna link it in the bottom. Make sure that you click the link below to make sure that you subscribe if you are not already on my YouTube. That is where my podcast will be. So I want to make sure that you guys know that. I will also be posting on Facebook as much as I can. I will post on Instagram as much as I can. But my main channel is going to be my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Unfiltered and Booked. It is not, it doesn't say with Tish, it's just Unfiltered and Booked. If you look it up, that's my Twitter or my YouTube handle. So make sure that you go follow that. My Facebook is Tisha Tish, TISHA underscore TSHE, Tisha Tish. Same as my Instagram. So make sure that you guys go follow me. Also on Instagram, my page is Styled by Tish, which is this back here. So make sure y'all go follow me. And I can't wait, y'all. I am excited.